What you're going to hear has helped some companies save hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost profits and revenue. And to some of you, it could mean millions of dollars in lost profits and revenue. If you were to change or modify some policies and procedures in your company, and it had the impact of increasing your revenue by over $1 to $3 million, who would like to know how to do that? Now, if you can remember just two things from today, I'd like you to remember this. If you reduce your business risk as a company, you can and will increase your profitability. And number two, know your blind spots. Well, to help you climb the pump, these are some things I'd like you to be thinking about. How can I reduce the number of claims within my company by 20%? Or how can I reduce the claims cost themselves by, let's say, 15%? Another reason why you want to listen to today's program is because I trust many of you probably consider yourselves to be competitive. And I trust you do not want to have your competitors pass you by. And I will tell you that a lot of your competition is already starting to do many of the things that we'll be talking about today. And I would tell you that you'd be putting your company at risk if you don't do some of the things that we talk about today. Manufacturing company I was just alluding to earlier, they were averaging in the last 3 years $318,000 in losses over a 3-year period of time. And I said averaging. And doing some of the things that are taught you'll be hearing today, in 1 year they lowered their claims down to $27,000, under $28,000. Their loss ratios were averaging 174%. Now they're under 10%. Get sued for $15,000. How much do you think that claim actually cost your company? It's actually over $50,000. If you were sporting a 4% profit margin, how much sales do you have to generate in order to pay for that $15,000 claim that turned into $50,000? You think it's closer to $500,000, or you think it's closer to $1 million? Who thinks it's $500,000? See a show of hands, $500,000. Who thinks it's over $1 million? Well done. $1.2 million. Big money. What the science of TCOR states is this. Whatever you're paying in your policies and premiums, and just give you an example, let's say you're paying $100,000 in premium. What you pay in your policies and premiums only represents the tip of the iceberg, which means that your bigger cost to your company is not what you pay in policies and premiums, it's what's below the waterline. How much did your last bad hire cost you? Now let's talk about the impact that your losses have on your sales. First off, you've got to know what your net profit margin is as a company. You simply divide that net profit margin into your total loss costs to find out how much sales you've got to generate in order to make up for the losses that you had. In their case, it was a big number, over $3 million. So what would be a next step? Well, the next step would be to find out what your risk score is. Know your blind spots. If you want lower insurance premiums, knowing your risk score is a great place to start. Thank you very much. Y'all have a great day.